Hi, today I'm talking about obesity problem. Today we'll learn some vocabulary items about obesity and social issues. Before moving on to the vocabulary items, I would like you to think about the reasons of obesity and what are the solutions of obesity. Now, please pause the video for a moment and think about it. And actually, there are some useful vocabulary for you to describe reasons. For example, you can see that you can use "give rise to" describe reason, like fast food culture gives rise to obesity. And then you can also use "leads to," trigger, or you may say it's the first major cause of something. And apart from that, you may also use these two phrases like study-related stress should be taken into account, which means that is one of the reasons. Or you may say study-related stress adds to children's obesity problems. So these are some useful words and vocabulary. Apart from that, you may say that obesity is caused by family affluence because of that they consume excessive fat, and then they have overabsorption, and then they become obese. Also, they're cramped by their study, so that they don't have enough time to do exercise. Also, they're glued to screens or tablets, so they're reluctant to exercise. After that, they will become fat, and it turn out to be a threat. And we are paying a heavy price for that, because when they get disease like heart disease, coronary clogging, that will be really serious. They may even get diabetes. And the solution is to modify the existing school curriculum and to change the erroneous thinking. So here comes a model introduction. You can see that actually I apply the vocabulary that I have talked about. For example, we in the topic sentence we actually say that we are paying a heavy price for our efforts. And then this is like a topic sentence which catch the attention of the reader. And then as you can see, I use a contrast of past and now because I think it can show you the change in society. Also, I talk about the seriousness of the issue and the impact in the introduction in order to catch the attention of the readers. Also, I talk about the first reason. So the first reason is studies-related stress. So as you can see, I talk about the cause, the solution, and the results. And there are some useful vocabulary like cramped by study. And then one cannot expect. One here actually replace people, because when you always say people, it is quite monotonous, right? So that's why I use small variety here, like one, or you may say a particular person or whatever. Also, the second reason is parental factors. I think parents is one of the main culprits of obesity, because they just spoil their kids a lot. And this is one of the sample paragraph, and then you can see the topic sentence, cause, and the result. And for the third reason, it is obesity is caused by the poor habits of children, because they are glued to screens, and then they're too lazy to walk. And then the fast food culture also adds to the problem, because they just have too much junk food and fast food. And this is a sample paragraph, and you can see I use a lot of deduction, like I tell the reason and the results, and then you can read it and pause the video. Now, after talking the reason, I think we should move on to the transition, because this transition is really important because it acts as a lead-in for the solution. So I emphasize the seriousness of this issue because I say that it turns out to be a threat. So the first solution is to modify the existing school curriculum, like increasing the number of PE lessons. Also, they should be given more health talks so that their awareness can be raised. And the second solution is to change their erroneous thinking. For example, you may say that they should have more education, and they should adopt a balanced diet as it's really important to their health. And then the conclusion is really concise here because I just talk about the seriousness again, and then I talk about the horrible image of being obese. As you can see, it's sort of like intimidation, because I really want to provoke the reader's thoughts. And apart from the model essay, there are some frameworks for talking about reasons and solution. For example, reasons can be surface or underlying. It can also be direct or indirect. It can also be internal or external. And there are different reasons because different parties have their concerns. And then the reasons can be from different perspectives. And then reasons can be natural or human. And then it's just a kind of framework for you to think about possible reasons when you write essays about social issues. Also, for solution, I think you should talk about how to implement the solution, like the time and frequency. And then you can also talk about the place where should it be launched. And then you can talk about who should do about it from different perspectives. And then you can talk about the aim and the measurement for this solution, and talk about its nature, its feasibility, its advantages and limitations. And then I think you should also talk about this kind of aspect when you come across some teenagers' problems. For example, if they have drug abuse, you should do something to change their condition, attitude, and finally their values and behavior. And these are some useful sentence patterns to talk about reasons, but there are too many of them, so I may just skip them, and then you can just have a look of them by pausing the video, and then they are really useful. And especially for counter-argument, because I think you may have some counter-argument if you are writing a two-sided essay. So this is the end of the video. Thank you.